So close to demonstrating violence, trying to run away from sirens, in search of somewhere safe and quiet. If only you could hear the fucking things inside my head. So close to demonstrating violence, trying to run away from sirens, in search of somewhere safe and quiet. If only you could hear the fucking things inside my head. Paint pictures only missing what you've lost, giving everything you have but it's just short of the cost. Diabolical, straightens up your mental, makes you strong, and it fucks your trust issues. Hate to say I proved you wrong. You can run and scream and hide away, there's no escaping night and day. You'll never see it coming, won't commit to see the child's play. You'll see a different side of me. The reason is to hibernate, is for your own protection. I'm too scared to see the beast I've made. We created and we never look back. Matter of fact, shut your mouth, don't come at me with that. Your lack of context is causing conflict, that's a fact. See you trying to change the subject, I'm not trying to forget. I'll forgive, but you'll never get the fucking chance again. When our friends, there's no interest in making those amends. It depends on whether I feel like breaking necks. Must be a lucky day, cause I ain't got no time for that, yeah. So close to demonstrating violence, trying to run away from sirens, in search of somewhere safe and quiet. If only you could hear the fucking things inside my head. So close to demonstrating violence, trying to run away from sirens, in search of somewhere safe and quiet. If only you could hear the fucking things inside my head. Taking over like it's army paper soldiers. Ain't gold you wish you would, shit's been harder than I'm hopeful. Went from open getting colder, now I'm searching for some closure. Cause no matter how it gets, it's never worth it in the moment. Damn, running it back, one and the same, not a fact, be different. Under the stacks, numbing your brain, it's just sad to witness. What's the price to pay, taking a stab when I said mind your business. Now I get to snap, smiling face, you think it's Christmas. Never had a better time with losing my mind. I keep it locked and tucked away, nobody in or outside, and that's intentional. Environment with ethanol, I'll never fold, cause when I light it up, the flame is brightest inside, yeah. So close to demonstrating violence, trying to run away from sirens, in search of somewhere safe and quiet. If only you could hear the fucking things inside my head. So close to demonstrating violence, trying to run away from sirens, in search of somewhere safe and quiet. If only you could hear the fucking things inside my head.
Hello, what's up, everybody? Oh shit! Boom. So we gonna come over here. We gonna chit chat. All right. I'm not dropping links. Turd. Cool. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so come on in, welcome in. We can chit chat. What do you want to talk about? Talk about the last 4 years. Talk about me. Talk about you. Talk about ooh woo. Oh, there's gonna be a few people that can't conversate because they permabanned from my channel. Okay, because that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Just wanted to let y'all know that. So close to demonstrating violence. Bushwhacking happened. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, she did. She looks better. I'll give her that. So we're going to talk about this. Okay? We're going to talk about this real quick. You see, first of all, it's not misinformation at all. Because it's not. It's not misinformation, period. And it's not putting it into a case. It's protecting a, at the time, underage child who is a victim of circumstance. Okay? So before you sit there and say we deliberately did anything, no, because at the time these cats didn't even know me. Okay? But this is more of your fabricated jargon to get people to hate on other people See, no, I did what any respectable parent would do: lie, cheat, steal, borrow to protect their child. Sorry that not a lot of people go to the lengths that others do for their children. Okay, I said and did what I did to protect my kid. It put the spotlight on me and kept the people away from him, and that's all that mattered. I don't care. You want to call me a liar? You want to say I'm a I give out misinformation? Da da fucking da. Do you, boo boo? Much better. Much better. Mean she never looked back? Probably not. So I don't know. But I could be a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. I've been called worse in my lifetime. Like, you don't phase me none. I don't care. I'm too old. I'm at that point, and I'm too old to give a fuck about the petty bullshit that you want to sling. Okay? Too old. What the fuck? All right? See, you don't have to like me. I don't care. People say shit when they're pissed off. It happens. People say shit to protect their kids. It happens. Sorry that nobody ever went to the lengths for them kind of lengths for you. That's not my issue. Not my problem. Not my life. There you go. So, what one am I looking at, dearie? Oh, close to demonstrate imbalance. But, yeah. So, get you off my screen. So, before you want to sit there and say things are misleading or hindering an investigation, it's not, dear. You bothering the TBI over every little thing that you think you're right on, that's hindering an investigation. Okay? No YouTuber, nobody that is not Ellie or the TBI is going to solve this. No, I'm not bringing up her kid. Her kid's not a me issue. I don't care. I'm not bringing up her problem. So, what one am I looking at, bro? Boop, boop. But I will put this out. Just don't be a twat. And if you're coming from Shays, come from Shays. It's fine. But yeah, if you're coming from Shays, come on in. I'm not gonna bite today. I might bite tomorrow. You gonna bite today? You gonna bite today?
Bite? No.
You gonna bite?
Bite who? What?
Bite the fish.
No.
You can actually pet my fish.
I'm good.
It's weird, I know. Who do we got? We got Ro. Hi, Ro.
What you doing?
I am currently sitting in my living room. What are you
Good.
doing?
Are you enjoying your day?
I woke up to some issues, but resolved those. And then I went over to see Shay and was chit-chatting with her for a bit, which, of course, nothing bad came of it, so I complain.
Yeah, I caught like the last 2 minutes of it. She looked really good.
Yeah, she's doing very well. I mean, I give it to her. She had some rough spots there, here and there in her life, and she's dealt with them the best she knew how.
Yeah, man. That's what you're supposed to do, I think.
Lady. Don't give me a
Yes.
start like that again after fucking midnight. You damn near had me wanting to call around to make sure you were still breathing.
Oh, yeah. No, I was good. That wasn't. Thank God.
Understandable, but you had me a little worried there. Like shit, bitch got rabies. Now it's gonna be worse.
Yeah, no, I
So
won't go near them. Yeah,
good.
and
I'm just,
they're like the couple that I've seen up close lately. I don't know, man. They got mange or something. They ain't looking right. They are not looking right. So fuck all that. Nope,
no, I'm just
not
glad
having
you're
that.
all right. I'm just
Well,
glad
thank
you're
you.
okay.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
But
I don't know if you know who LMA
LMAO now.
2025. Well, I'm pretty sure I think I know who it is, but I put something in Shay's chat because that person made a comment about your kids in the chat right after I got done reading the comment on one of my
Yup.
posts about, my kids' room never being clean, this, that, the other thing. I just want to point out, these guys are doing really good at keeping people's kids out of this. You drug mine into it this morning, you're trying to drag AJ's into it, but yous are just here for the kids and the victims.
Oh no, it's fine.
Excuse the fuck
Listen,
out of me.
they're 12. Listen, they're 12 and 13. Their rooms aren't gonna be immaculate.
Mm.
If they want to live,
And-
listen. The way I look at it, they got
No,
doors.
that was on my. That was a comment to me, not you, about my kids.
Sorry, 12 and 14. My bad. Can you tell I don't want my kids to grow up?
You're a jerk.
Right?
Yeah. Ain't no worse than you saying I was 47.
No, I said you 47. I actually thought you were younger than your age.
Yeah, there. But no,
Red,
But no.
red.
Huh?
Yes, red,
Red.
red. Put some black lines through
The
it or
kid,
something,
listen.
like some
The kid
racing
had a moment.
stripes.
The kid had a moment, and I let her have it.
Yeah, well, now tell her to put some pinstriping in there. Get some black and put little
She's learning.
racing
She's
stripe.
learning.
There you go.
So
Hmm. They actually have stencils for that shit
yeah, we
too.
know. But
You know
I
what I
know,
mean?
but she's learning.
Yeah,
She's learning.
that's
So
cool.
I just let
That's
her
cool.
go when she's having her moments.
Knowledge is power. Yeah,
So just like
knowledge is power.
just like the 12-year-old, when she has her moments, I learn to let her go.
Do me a favor. I think it's under posts. I think it went up as a post.
Bless you.
God bless you.
Damn, girl.
Mom called you.
Oh yeah.
You know, somebody said something to me this week, and it stuck with me, and I got to say it now. You notice she said a shoe,
Yep.
a shoe. We never say a
Nope.
sock.
We never say a sock. Usually I say fuck. What?
A shoe, a shoe.
We all sound like shit.
Right? I know I do. I'm not
Well,
like nasally
no,
and shit.
back in June we discovered an issue with the home, and I flipped the fuck
Yeah.
out on the landlord back in June about it, and he still hasn't fixed the situation. And now he's big mad at me because I told him fix the situation and you're not getting paid, and now he wants to be a cock and not fix the situation. So I told him, listen.
Well, do yourself a favor. Put that shit in escrow.
I told him straight up, we can make it. I told him straight up, he doesn't fix the situation, I'm calling code, and that's going to be the end of it. And then,
yeah, but
listen,
it's going to put you guys up in the air.
Everything's going to come out of his pocket because he knew about the situation before he rented us the home.
Cool. That is definitely true.
So he's going to have to repay us all the rent money and get us a new place to live.
I don't know about New York, but in Jersey, if that is the case of the situation, they have to pay triple. So you might want to look into that.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Listen, he intentionally rented out an apartment with an issue that could cause bodily and physical bodily harm to people residing in that home. And
let me ask you a question, and it's personal. Did he know that your child, at least one of your children, have health issues when you moved there?
But he knew about he knew about the ongoing. He knew about the issue we discovered in June,
right?
Before we even got the place,
right?
So you intentionally rented a place that could physically harm my family, and then you want me to be relaxed about it? No.
Can't say I blame you there. I'd be heated. I'd be really
No,
heated.
I texted him last night, asked him if he was going to handle the situation or am I going to call code. This morning he goes. He texted me. He goes, "Oh, when I rented you a pristine apartment. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. If you did,
Oh my goodness.
dude,
Yeah,
if
no.
you did, I want my family want to be sick. Are you fucking stupid?
Yeah, and you wouldn't have had been participating in some of the things you participated in with him fixing certain things around there. They would have been done before you moved in.
Not only that, but I lost 2 animals due to. I believe that's what caused 2 of my animals to pass on.
You could be right. You could be right.
Bebopping around just fine, and the next day they're.
The one I think somebody poisoned. The Oyo.
No, I don't know. No, he was never out too long.
No. But either way, it's fucked up. You know what I
And
mean?
it pisses me off. But he doesn't seem to understand. I'm not playing games with him. He thinks I'm just gonna bow. He thinks I'm just gonna bow down and whatever. No, because I called him and I ripped him a new ass this morning, which woke up my whole house and about 3 blocks down worth of houses. And then on top of that, I found out that he was sitting. I found out he was sitting in my driveway. Okay, there's no 24-hour notice for my home. Next door's been gone for. Next door's on vacation, and upstairs isn't home. So why are you sitting in my driveway? So I went out there and I ripped him a new asshole. And I said 24-hour fucking notice means 24-hour notice. You're violating my legal rights. Get the fuck out of here. And I told him, you want to fucking solve this like men? We can solve this like men. I don't care. Either way you look at it, dude, you're killing my fucking family for fucking the sake of a goddamn piece of shit house.
Your legal stance is one point, but you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Like, you know what I mean? Or, you know, just a situation. But I would try to work it out with them before it went evil.
I tried the nice approach. I told him back in June. I tried the nice approach. Okay, that's June 11th. Here it is. Fucking 2.5 months later, still ain't done anything about it. Like, I don't. How much do I need?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like,
is he an old guy? No. Does he do like all the stuff himself?
Yeah, he does the shit himself, but he's legally. If a big issue like this is going on, he legally has to do something about it. Just like if
the board of health came out and told you had to leave that residence right now because of that problem, he's responsible for your temporary housing on top of all that other shit.
But yet again,
and the temporary housing has to be, and it doesn't matter the monetary value, it has to be in a convenient location because, you know, the transportation thing for you and yours to get your children to school and medical appointments that were conveniently available at your residence. Keep that in mind.
And the best part about it is, go ahead, file for evict. I don't give a shit, dude. I don't. At this point, file for it. I don't care.
Well, he can get in trouble for that too if he is evicting you for retaliatory reasons.
We had an agreement until June 11th. Until June 11th, there was an agreement. When I discovered the issue, I told him about it. And then when I discovered that he wasn't going to give me a 1099, which puts me in trouble, I had enough of it. I'm done. I was done with him.
Well, wait. That, and I know, you know, a lot of people put shit in your head, but the 1099 thing, that's only required after a certain amount.
Yeah, but altogether, I needed it anyway because I've worked for him since I moved in here. So I needed it anyway.
Just, you know, each state is different. So, you know,
I needed.
You might want to check that before you pull that.
No, I needed the 1099 because I worked for him, and the amount exceeded what I needed, and he's refusing because that would affect his taxes. And he went around telling.
Oh, so it sounds like he's cutting quarters everywhere, huh? Nice.
But I also told him he could face he can face jail time for not dealing with the issue in my home, the ongoing issue that's been here since before I got here. So
Yeah.
he can face legal
Yeah.
and he can face legal
You
problems.
might want to check with. You might want to contact past residents to see, just to have in, like, whether it's a written statement or what, that, like, that, they also incurred the same problem. You know what I mean? So you have bona fiable, notarized proof
Oh
that
no,
other
it was
residents
already
had
no,
brought this to
It
his
was already
attention.
brought to his attention.
Mhm.
The longest person he's
Right.
had in this building is my upstairs neighbors, and
Mhm.
he already ripped him a new asshole about the situation anyway.
All right, cool beans.
Back in June when he told me that he was having issues with the roof leaking in his daughter's room.
Mhm. Mm.
And
Hmm.
I guess one of the kids upstairs was playing in the tub. It flooded. It came down a little bit through the roof
Mhm.
and piled up enough to destroy one of the ceiling tiles. And that's when I noticed the issue,
Mhm.
the bigger issue. And then
Yeah.
and then also we can't hang out on the front porch because there's two big spots of that same issue on my front porch.
They have these things. They're in the laundry
Oh, I
detergent
know,
aisle. They're
but that's not on us. That's not
okay.
on us.
I know, but I mean, you could put them in
Oh,
those two rooms, and it will help absorb some of that moisture for now to get rid of some of
At
that.
this point, I can listen. I can go as far as bleaching it, but it's beyond that now.
These things just take out the humidity that's in the air
Oh,
that causes the condensation that
well, see, that's
causes
the thing.
that.
Yeah, but
Do you know
that's
what
the
I mean?
thing. That's the thing.
Mhm.
Our heat's always on, except for like the
Mhm.
warmer months. But outside of that, the heat's always on.
But there's heat and humidity. I mean, there's humidity and heat too, and in cold, there's
Oh yeah.
humidity in that
Well,
too.
I'm just saying at this
Yeah.
point, at this late in the game, it's more of
Mhm.
he fucked up, and now it's gonna
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
now when he tries to play this fuck shit with us, he's
Mhm.
gonna lose.
Right.
And I told
I was just looking at the angle of your, like, health and the kids'
yeah.
health, because that is something that will be life lasting because of the
Oh
effects of
yeah.
that. So
But like I said, we
yeah.
didn't know. We've been here for almost 2 years. 2 years next
Mhm.
month, and
Yeah.
we didn't know anything about it
Mhm.
until June of this year.
Yeah. It sucks.
Yes,
Totally sucks.
I know. It has to be done.
Do me a favor. Pull. I think it's my last post, but it might have went under a video.
Let me see. I got one. Hang on. I'm already
All
on.
right.
I got a post from 2 hours ago. Yes, I see it.
That's probably that one.
All right, let me check.
Okay.
Yeah, I already know that, but I can't avoid it anymore, or I'm gonna get tax evasion. I have to do it next year, and I don't want to get tax evasion problems. So whether I have to pay in or not is now no longer an issue. Is no longer the question. It's I have to file it no matter what.
There's a link in there to a video. Can you hit it?
Is there? Because I don't see one. No, there's no link into a video.
It's in the
In a
comment.
comment? Oh,
It's
yeah,
not?
all right.
Yeah, I replied to a comment with a.
Let me bebop. All right. So this is what was posted.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Did I not post
All right,
something?
and then
I
it
thought I
goes
did.
that, and then that's
See what?
it. No, I got it enlarged, so I gotta go to
But hit the reply thing. It
it
might be
is
in there. Like,
look
because I
right
replied.
here.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
it's right here. Hang on, I
All
got
right.
another bidding. Hang on.
Okay. But
Yep.
ding.
Yellow.
Hi.
How are you?
All right. I just want to say, what's wrong with your? Well, first I want to say the 1099. You would have had to pay taxes on that. He
Yeah, I
did you
know.
a favor. He did you a favor for not.
Yeah, but I have to do it this year, or I get in trouble. No matter if I got to pay in or not. It's been this year will be this year is the last year. Last year was the last year I can go without filing taxes. Period. So I have to go and do it this year, no matter if I have to pay in or not.
But if you haven't worked, you haven't worked. It doesn't make any sense. Like
Because
earnings
it's
for something else or something.
No, because I make money on YouTube. I have to fill out the information for that.
But
Smart
even
man.
that's going to be less the amount than necessary to report.
No, because I ain't done it since I started. So it exceeds their allotted amount.
I think you get like quite a bit a month. Like I don't New York is different.
Oh.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, New York. After a certain amount, after if you make I think it's over a rack a year.
The guideline value changed drastically in the last 2 years. It used to be anything over $2,000. Now somebody had just went through this not too long ago, and in that person's state they had lowered it down to 600. So check the individual
Yeah.
state
That's why I
requirements
was
first.
saying I don't know how New York's is, but
Yeah.
usually it's like $300 a week worth. So that'd be about for sure $1,000 a month. You don't have to report.
Well, I'll have to go. I'll go and I have to look at it.
Yeah, you look
But
into it.
I'm-
But what's wrong with the apartment? I didn't catch the first
I
bit of your stuff.
didn't state exactly.
Oh,
I didn't exactly state, but let's just say that this issue's been here since before we got here. And
yeah,
no
but
amount-
because
But
he's
And it's a
got
bad
the fact
thing.
that you worked in there with him that you already knew exactly what you're moving into.
no,
So I wouldn't try to be too bully with him because
no.
he's
For him
let-
before you moved there?
He
he's
turned
done a
around.
lot for you, man.
Before
Yeah.
he moved there, he worked for him?
Worked for him for almost for
Yeah.
a year and a half, on and off. But no, the issue that was
Before you
before
lived
I
there?
lived here, I didn't know anything about the apartment. We came, we saw, we took.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
it.
all right.
But
There you go.
Not the same guy.
no, this
owns
is
the
a whole
other.
new. This is a whole new guy. We aren't even in the same town anymore. The loop.
Moving on
You've been
up.
out of the loop way too long.
Well,
But no,
not really.
I want to hold it.
he tried to say that this place was good, pristine, but then when we discovered the issue in June, I went 0 to a fucking 100, and then I found out more information that dude knew about the potential issue back in 2019. So he basically
Is
Yep.
it mold?
blacker than the ace of spades.
Mold's a tricky thing there. I mean, because you could have mold and it's
Oh,
not
but it
black
is.
mold,
Well,
but it's black. I agree with you. That's what I'm just trying to say. There's you can have mold in your house and it will be black, but it's not like the lethal
Right.
black mold. And
and she's right. I had a dishwasher leak from my kitchen into my dining room, and because I was on a concrete slab behind my china cabinet, it made mold. It grew fucking mushrooms, but it
No.
it
Yeah.
was black, but it wasn't black mold.
This year,
Yeah.
this year's been a complete issue for a hot minute. Like the rafters itself recovered.
Oof.
if something happened to Kay, like the doctors would immediately pull all of you
that's
guys
the
out of
thing,
there.
ain't none of us-
Yeah.
Probably
Well, see,
evacuate
we
the
ain't
whole
said
building.
nothing about
Yeah.
nothing. We just been keeping our mouth shut.
But well, I mean, if you went to the
No,
doctors,
the wife went to the
Major problem.
doctors, to the ER, lasted all about 3 hours in the waiting room before her body literally said, "Fuck you, you need to go home."
But has any of their sicknesses been respiratory lately?
Mine, the old lady, Kay, occasionally.
Well, then you need to take your ass back to the doctor and tell them of the existing problem and ask if it's a contributing factor, and ask them to also make sure that they do whatever tests they need to do to make sure it's not contributing to whatever
Oh, yeah,
ailment you
we
have.
already got their appointment set. We just gotta wait.
Okay, cool.
We're already 10 steps ahead, girl.
but wherever can I say wherever you see
Front-
mold,
Front porch,
Dude.
rafters. There you go. Front
That's
porch
it?
and rafters.
Yeah,
No,
because
no,
it's
no.
outside too.
Front
It's
porches are built in.
listen, no. I'm not saying anything. All right, but anyways, I just saying clean it with vinegar. The cleaning there's cleaning vinegar. It's just white vinegar.
Oh
You
yeah,
can
I
use
know.
white
I know.
vinegar. If you get cleaning vinegar, it's got 6% acid,
Oh yeah, I know.
whatever in it.
But see,
And
And
put a little bit of bleach in
listen,
there.
it's no.
But
Do not use bleach. I'm
No?
gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you right now. Can you shush, bro? I'm gonna tell you, vinegar is equal to bleach, but it will not ruin your clothes. And if it's dripping because you're doing something overhead, it's not gonna burn your eyeballs out
all
if it
right.
drips
But
in your
see,
eye. But it does sterilize
but that
equally as
doesn't.
bleach,
Really?
and it will get rid of that mold immediately. And just get a spray bottle that has like a good shoot to it, or use a water gun, make
Fuck
some
it,
fun
bro.
out of it,
Super
and
simple.
put vinegar, the cleaning vinegar and water mixture. Mix it with water. Do like a half and half. That's still pretty
Yeah.
freaking strong, and spray the shit out of it, and just let it
Well,
sit.
see, there's places I can't get to.
And then if
Like,
you
you
can
know-
get to like just use a broom or something to reach way up there and
My
broom
living
it.
room wall. I mean, my
Yes,
living room
I
ceiling.
use mops
I
on my
can't get-
walls.
No,
all
I'm
the
saying
time.
I can't get into the
wall.
ceiling in my living room because
Well, no, but then
the
with
water.
something like that, I would suggest using kills on it.
What I'm saying, water
If you
itself.
get it.
Like,
I think he means for the surfaces, Andrew, like the surfaces that you can see that are accessible.
good luck with
Right.
that.
Vinegar,
Yeah.
because
I
it's
mean-
really
Yeah.
cheap. You can get a whole gallon for $3.
Right,
You know?
but listen. Later on,
Mhm.
I'll take a picture and I'll fucking show you one spot that I didn't even know.
I have a pretty good idea what it's going to look like because I've seen some shit.
Oh yeah, it's some shit, all right. Because I didn't even realize what it was until I actually looked, because I didn't pay no mind to it. I just thought it
Right.
the way that it was put up. I just thought it was okay. The last guy here put up plastic to cover the front windows to keep the cold out. Whatever.
Right. Well, even
Well,
if you buy the
yeah.
vinegar and you do and you squirt gun it up there, or use a squirty bottle and broom it off or whatever you got, and in the inside, I would, if it's in your ceiling or on your wall, do the same thing with the vinegar, and then put some kills over it. It's like a paint, and it seals it away. So then at least would seal it up and stop it from growth. But I would also give the receipts of what you bought to your give those
Oh,
receipts.
yeah.
Like, I bought this vinegar for this, and I did the job for you, but here I need my money back for the vinegar and the kills.
Oh yeah.
And some paint if you got to repaint. The
Well,
kills
listen,
is be white,
I
like white
wouldn't-
paint.
Listen, I wouldn't.
They now make paint with
Yep.
kills
Yeah, they
in it.
But listen, I wouldn't go
Mhm.
as I wouldn't be a dick about it, like I am. If dude was, honest with himself, and not just being just oh, I'm in the military, you do as I say type deal. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Store that shit.
But dude went from as soon as I mentioned in June about the issues with the apartment itself, he instantly turned into a fucking cock. And it's like, okay, well, dude, I'm a bigger one. So you want to play this game? We can. And then when he randomly showed up to my house trying to kick my door in without a 24-hour
Yeah, that's a
fucking
problem.
notice, it becomes a bigger problem. Like,
Well, why
you don't
I
do
thought he
that.
was sitting out in your driveway. I didn't know he was trying to kick your door in, but why would he
Oh
kick
no,
his own
this was that no.
because then he'd
Today
have to
he
buy a
was
new
in my
door. That would
driveway.
be on him.
But
know?
listen, today he learned
At
the
least
last
when I
time.
tried to kick the door in on Tracy, I knew I'd have to buy a new door, and I was fine with it.
Oh no, listen. See, no, dude was in the driveway today, without and look.
Honey, I'm
But listen,
Right. It
dude
was
was
like that.
dude was sitting in the driveway today, and next door is on vacation. Upstairs is at home, and I didn't get a 24-hour notice of your arrival to the property to begin with. None of us did, because I called and asked both of them, and they said they didn't get any notice or nothing of his arrival for today. And I went and I flipped the fuck out on him in the driveway. Said, "Dude, you're violating my rights, and you need to give me 24-hour notice. You can't just keep showing up. It's illegal."
Well, he can.
Yeah, and if he went in their place,
Show up as often
if they
as he likes, but he can't enter your house without your permission.
No.
Without
right, and if he went in their residence without them there, he's in even more trouble.
unless there's an emergency. Because
Mhm.
like let's say you were on vacation and a water pipe broke and water shooting into the freaking house.
Right.
Right.
He has every right to let himself in
That's
on a
different.
moment's notice.
Right.
You know, or you know.
Yes.
But I'm saying in New
Mhm.
York, it's 24-hour notice.
Well, it is
unless
here
it's
too.
A big problem. Unless there's a big issue. but
Right.
Just showing
Mhm.
up, just showing up in general without a 24-hour notice and trying to get a hold of somebody while you're sitting in the driveway doesn't. It's like that's violation, but you can't just do that.
It's not really a violation.
Well, wait,
Show
Doug,
up and
did
try
you?
knocking your door, and if you're nice to them and you guys get along, then
Well,
whatever.
we
I
were
don't know why
like
you
I
wanted
said.
to meet in the first place, but
Like I said, everything was fine. Everything was fine until I discovered the problem. And then when I discovered the problem and said something to him calmly about it, he decided to be a fucking cock. So I'm like, okay, so now I'm going to exercise my tenant rights and tell you don't come back to my house without 24-hour notice. Have a nice day.
Mm.
And he's pissed off because he's running his mouth to all the other tenants saying, oh, this 24-hour thing, da-da-da. Yeah, it's a legal thing, bud. Learn it. Because, see, I was working for him for a good year and a half without any fucking problems. And then when I find one big problem in my house, you want to act like a fucking little baby. Okay, so now I'm going to be a dick.
That's where it falls under retaliatory. That's where it falls under
Like
retaliatory.
there's 3 dents in my front door because I refuse to answer my door. Legally, I don't have to answer my door without 24-hour notice.
well, that's true. But
So, and I refuse to answer my door, and he told
unless
me
you want to, like, yeah. But if you would have answered your door and just talk to him
I
about
did.
it, hey, I'll
listen,
buy the products and do the work. But you're gonna have to pay for the product.
but listen, here's the thing.
You know,
Mhm.
like
I was on the phone.
You know, you want to get along with them. I mean,
Well,
you know,
Well, I
like,
was to a point. I was to a point.
can be assholes.
But listen, I was on the phone with my brother when when he come up and literally tried to bang my door down when he was knocking on it, and I yelled, "Dude, stop slamming on my fucking door like that!" And I opened it up. He goes, "Oh well," I said, "No, 24-hour notice, dude." And then he fucking started slamming, screaming like a fucking idiot, and then he fucking put 3 dents in my fucking front door. Okay, dude, you'd realize I can have you arrested for that, right?
Mhm.
I
But
have
that's
it
going to cause a
documented.
really hard
Yeah,
situation.
you don't want to make a bad situation with your landlord. I mean, just because if you work together, it's so much better.
Well, that's
You know,
the thing. We were. That's the
landlords could be nice and they could be assholes, but tenants could be nice and tenants could be assholes. So you're both dealing with each other.
I was good. We were we were all good. We were all fine. All fine and fucking.
I think she means stand your ground politely.
Yeah, but see, like I said, it was all around. We were all fine and fucking dandy. Everything was good until the day I told him he had to deal with the fucking issue. And when I told him about it,
Nobody likes being called out. Nobody likes being called out.
That, but I mean, dude, you ain't got to go retarded about it.
I mean, I don't know how you said it because maybe you were angry and you jumped on.
No, I texted him. I didn't call him nothing. I texted him.
Maybe you were nice.
I didn't listen. I didn't caps
I
lock.
get in more trouble.
I didn't caps lock it.
I get in more trouble when I text because people can't like judge like whether you're being sarcastic or you're joking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't get a person's feel when they send you a text.
You know.
Yeah, I get it fucked up all the time. I'm like, what? And they're like, I didn't mean it like that. I'm like, oh.
That's the thing. But the thing about it is, okay.
But you probably contacted me. You didn't even have no damn coffee yet.
Oh no, that's listen. Listen. I was nice about it. Okay, I wasn't being a dick.
Yeah.
I said something about it in June. Okay, I wasn't being a dick about it. And then I gave him the wife's number, told him to deal with the wife from now on because I wasn't doing it because I knew I'd flip the fuck out. So he ain't got a hold of the wife about it either. So,
well, do like Connie said and put the receipts, keep the receipts, and then charge them for the service, but also put money in an escrow account so when you walk into court, it don't look like you're just trying to get over. You know what I mean? You got money sitting in an account.
No, I told him. Right. No, I told him this morning. Like, listen, this is how this is going to play out. We could talk. We can make a deal about the situation. I can call code, get you in extreme trouble, and when they come in and judge how long it's been there, and it's been there longer than I've been living here, I can also press legal charges against you for selling us a home that has that kind of issue in it. And then you could face jail time.
And I mean, yeah, and I mean, if it's severe enough, I mean, even past residents could probably, you know
the
what
guy
I
that
mean?
lived here before us was
He could be responsible for
Right.
other things,
But
but
listen,
you know, so
the
you
guy
might
that
want
lived
to.
here before us was a fucking drunk. He didn't give a shit about nothing.
Yeah.
So,
Well, then work it out with them. That way, these guys, you know, don't lose where you're living.
You'd be
And
amazed what you can clean off with some vinegar and water. It really no big deal. And then just save
there's
the
no
save the receipt
cleaning that.
or give him the receipts with that much.
Yeah, but I'm saying there.
to drop the drywall, Andrew. What if you new
You
sheets
can
of
pay that much,
drywall?
subtract it from your rent,
But
and then
see,
give him the receipts with your rent.
but see, I told him I needed ceiling tiles because the ceiling tiles in my bathroom are covered in the shit.
Make them
Are covered
anymore?
in the shit, and I wanted to at least get rid of them. Never
Right.
show. I told him, listen, I need ceiling tiles. This issue is on the tiles itself. I need to get rid of them. Still ain't rolled up. And I wasn't being a dick about it.
They may not
I
be
mean,
available.
Available, honey. It's been a fucking 2.5 months. What the fuck?
No, Andrew. What I mean is, you live in an older home, and compatible tiles may not be available, so you might need a couple sheets of drywall and a fucking
It's a
thing.
drop. It's a drop ceiling. It's
Yeah.
a standard drop
you
ceiling.
probably get them and cut them down to
Yeah.
size, or
It's
I'm
a
not
standard
sure.
drop ceiling.
Yeah,
And I explained to him, but
I've
listen,
had drop ceilings in basement, but I never tried to.
but I explained to him, listen, I
think
wasn't
turned
being a
down,
dick
bring
about it.
down.
I told him exactly where the problems were.
I used to do popcorn ceiling.
I told him exactly where the problems were, exactly what I needed, and nothing. Oh, how many tiles do you need? It's not the point. What do you mean? How many tiles do I need, dude? I need the issue solved before I can put the new tiles up. I'm not just going to cover the fucking problem. Like,
yeah, that's a bad idea.
Well,
listen,
don't those tiles just pop out and you just replace them?
Yeah, but that's not the problem. The problem lies with the rest of the ceiling. I'm not just going to cover the rest of it up. That makes me an accessory.
Yeah, you got to take
the
all the shit out of that insulation.
Well, what's leaking?
Dude, you got to pull the insulation.
Yeah,
Is there an apartment above you?
Yes.
Yes.
And they got it worse than we.
Is that leaking?
No,
One-
they're not
They
leaking.
have pipes leaking.
No, none of their. Listen. I could go into my bathroom and look at their pipes. Their pipes are perfectly fine.
Well, probably just replacing them will do the trick. That's probably just because you shower in there. Do you have a ceiling fan?
No,
See, that's why.
and not to mention, the way he had. Not
Is
to
there a
mention,
window?
oh Lord, a window? Yeah, I got a window in my bathroom. A small little danky thing, but it works. I have that open all the time. I have to. I have it open.
Yeah.
I have it open. I have it open for a few hours throughout the day because I have animals and I don't want them out. And there's a hole in the screen. And it's not one of those I can just simply pop back in and take out, replace, and pop back in ones. It's not a newer style window. It's an older style window. And
You can always make a new screen.
Well, yeah. But,
You have to, even if you have to buy it's
I
so
know.
cheap to
Darling,
do screens.
listen,
So cheap.
darling, you forget I'm good with my hands. I work with my hands. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you could sell a patch on there.
I know. But the thing about it is, at this point,
Country did all
it's
my
just-
screens when he was here.
listen, at this
Yeah,
point,
call
I
me
just
over.
want
Get him
the
to do it.
problem gone. You know what I mean? At this point in the game, I just want the problem gone, and then we can figure out everything else later. I just want this issue gone.
I don't blame you.
I don't want to be the asshole that has to shut his house down, get him in trouble, I don't want to be
No, but
that
you don't
asshole.
want a mental health problem for your kids either.
Exactly. So I gave you 2.5 fucking months to handle this without any problems, and you just want to go and evict me because I said something about fucking the issue? Okay, bud. Guess what? Now you're going to get in more trouble. And then when
I would do the screens and I would save the receipts and I'd take it off my rent. Do it myself. It'd be like, hey, I'm helping you out. Like he knows that. I mean, you helped him out before you moved in, right?
No,
I thought you did.
No, I only started helping him out after I moved in. We were here a month and a half. before I
Well,
started
be
helping.
like, hey, if you're not going to handle it, then I will. But you know what? Go out and get that good pet screen because that's what I put on mine. And let me tell you, Dawn's cat runs up from the basement
Yep.
like a freaking Superman villain or something or whatever, and
Yep.
and leaps to the screen on my screen door that's at the top of the stairs. And that thing, she's done it so many times. There's not a single snag.
Good.
Not a single snag because
But
she just lets herself off because we say get down and she does. She's good that way.
yeah.
But there's been a few times we plucked her from it, but there's no damage to the screen. It's a thicker screen.
Listen, I'll have to
so good.
look into it. I'll look into it.
Shit, Andrew,
but
you can
what?
even go grass picking and get a couple screens and just cut patches on the ones that aren't that bad. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
charge them for a new screen.
Oh yeah, I
Right.
know. I could, but I'm not that much
Right?
of a
Use a
nice guy
little,
right
little
now.
clear glue and just slap it on there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Listen, the
little
last thing
ingenuity.
I did, the last
Yeah.
thing I did with them, the last thing I did for them was patch up a few cracks in a foundation, which is whatever. It's nothing. It's just a few cracks. So you go in and you put patches on, it'll be fine. And then I discovered that issue the day after, and I went nuts. And I texted them, and then here it is, 2.5 fucking months later, still nothing done. And it's like, but I texted them last night. I said, dude, you gonna do something about this issue, or do I have to really call code? I really don't want to, but I will. Like, and then he goes, and then what set me off is I woke up because Jensen decided he was gonna itch and slap me in the freaking head with his freaking paw by accident. Dick. And then I looked at my messages and he goes, I rented you a pristine apartment. No, the fuck you didn't. This shit's been there. If you did, this shit wouldn't be here.
No, maybe he means to for you and your family to stay in until he fixes the issue. I mean, it's a possibility he could mean that. I doubt it, but
He
it's
didn't
possible.
listen. At least signing, he did not say anything about the fucking issue. Period.
Yeah. No, I mean about when he said I rented you a pristine apartment. Maybe he rented you one to go stay at. You know what I mean? It could be. I don't
Didn't
think so,
he
but it
have-
could be.
His exact words.
Did he
His
have you
exact
do a
words.
walkthrough in the beginning?
Yeah, we did the walkthrough the whole night.
Walkthrough the beginning and the end.
We did a walkthrough in the beginning, the whole night. I mean, the floor's slanted, whatever. We don't care. Okay. And he turned around this morning and texted, I gave you a perfect condition of the apartment. No, you didn't. You hid fucking shit, buddy.
Where's my channel?
Which could get you in
I
a
mean,
lot of
I'll
trouble.
have something pre-written that, like, if there's a crack in a ceramic tile or a screen busted
Anything
or something like
above
that.
and beyond everyday wear and tear.
Yeah.
If there's a broken, like a crack in a window or something like that, I have everything like in the pre walkthrough. Like, yeah, I know all these problems are here already, so I will not come at you for them later.
This will
Because
not
they will
affect the
all be-
return of your security deposit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Well,
Listen.
you never get that
Listen,
back.
I ain't no front. Okay, other than the
You're never gonna, because there's always gonna be something.
Yeah.
There's $400 to clean the carpet.
Yeah, I got two
There's
packs.
freaking $400
what carpet?
to have a super clean
The only
done.
I got two
That's
back in my
$800
twenties.
there.
Listen. The only carpet that's in this apartment is my throw rug.
I do it all myself.
Yeah, me too.
But no, this
Don helps me.
This dude, okay, he was decent. He was a decent person.
But before,
Right. We were
You know, 'cause
we were
I
all
was-
decent, all on good terms. I didn't bitch and complain about him showing up at 9, 10 o'clock at night to collect rent. None of it. I didn't bitch about none of it. I didn't bitch when I
So
didn't
that's
bitch.
just when you're getting up.
No,
I'm joking.
but
I know.
listen,
I'm joking.
I didn't bitch when I was working for him and my kids were sitting home for an hour after school by themselves. I didn't bitch then. But I didn't bitch about really anything. And I went and then when I mentioned one issue with the apartment.
Wait, I remember this day. You were all happy because you went and you bought wifey a coffee pot afterwards. Yep. See, I'm weird like that.
But I had no issue. Listen, I had no issue at all helping this man with other apartments, helping him out with other shit that I technically didn't have to do. I had no issues being His unofficial fucking maintenance man. Okay? Had no issues with it. Because it gave me
Yeah, what
something to
happened to your
do.
van?
Huh?
What happened to your van?
We sold it.
There you go.
We sold it. Because it's not that we needed money, it's just we needed it out of the way.
Yeah,
Because
and
the
it
gar-
needed way too
because
much.
no, the garage was falling down. So it was either get rid of it
That,
now, get a little bit for it, or deal
that's
with the
what just made
bullshit
me
when the
think of
garage
it.
falls. Yeah.
Because I was just thinking about the cement, the garage, and I was like, wait, where was his van? But
Well,
there
the
you go.
garage is. Well, listen, he took down the garage
Uh-huh.
and promised that he'd put something else up for us to store extra stuff. Still nothing. Still nothing. And it's like, dude, you're making you. But what does he do? He makes sure
I
he
think
gets.
that was,
No, listen. He makes.
The garage you got married in front of, he
Yeah,
tore
it
it
had to come
down.
down. Code.
Really?
The city told him that he has to tear it down.
is that an omen?
He couldn't have just. He couldn't
No,
have
there
fixed
was
it.
no fixing it. The top half was burnt out because there was a fire in it way before we even moved in.
Wait, you sure that's not smoke damage in your house then?
No, it's no.
Okay.
The garage the garage was never attached to our house.
Okay. Just
But
checking possibilities.
but no, so I turned so everything I done for him for a year and a half. I didn't bitch, complain, nothing about it at all. And when I mentioned one fucking thing that's wrong with my apartment, he says, "Fuck you." Really, dude? I've literally been your unofficial maintenance dude since a month after I moved the fuck in, and this is how you're gonna treat me? Well, figure your fucking shit out on your own. And then he has the balls to go turn around and tell my upstairs neighbor, my next stairs neighbor, and my wife, "Oh, well, I'll just give Andrew a couple of days to calm down, and everything will be fine." Dude, no, the fuck it isn't. Like, you may think this is a goddamn joke because you don't have to live here, but dude, it isn't. It's not.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna agree that yeah, you will calm down in a couple of days because it's really not as bad as you think.
Oh no, listen. I found a spot that's so fucking nastified, rotted through, whole fucking nine, mold all across it, that was just covered up by plastic and cardboard.
Oh,
Pause. There better not be nobody in my
Well,
damn
that would
driveway.
make it grow more. You got to put some product on that to kill it.
Yep.
You saw that too,
Because that
right?
shit gets in your lungs, you're fucked, man. Once it gets in
So
your
that
lungs.
plastic would just make it grow
Oh,
more.
okay. It's upstairs coming home.
Did
Yeah, it
they
was
give
just-
you 24? Did they give you 24 hours notice before they came home?
No.
I sprayed an entire garage down because there was some check left, like it was piled high of junk of their stuff and in the garage and all that, and I believe there was
But I
rats
mean,
Dude,
in
I had
there.
a scene where the dude carried in.
I've never seen a rat in there per se, but I could tell they were
Gosh,
there.
this dude was
the
carrying
city
in
don't
bags
even want
of
him.
litter.
I bleached
Just cut them open
vinegared the
and
hell out
leave them there. Like it was a 6-foot pile of kitty litter. Fucking
Jesus.
disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fucking.
Well,
Yeah.
Man, it was hard.
The only issues
kinds of things. You'd be amazed.
The only issues that I really had with him, is when he wanted to collect rent early, just so he can make his trips out of country and his trips out of state. Like, dude, that finance our rent doesn't cover your travel finances, buddy.
Yeah. It's not an all.
Well, probably does. But you can't ask for it early.
Well, no, because every time he'd have to go out of fucking country. What happened? We lose Ro? Yeah.
I don't know.
But what happened is every time he had wanted to go on one of his trips out of country, he'd always press about fucking rent earlier than what he's supposed to get. Or every time he had to travel to Arizona, he would press us about getting rent earlier than what he's supposed to. Our rent, the tenant's rent is not supposed to go on your personal trips. It's not supposed to go for that. It's supposed to go for the taxes, the water bill, and major repairs. It's not supposed to go for your trip to Bangladesh. Rose says
Well,
hi.
if he owns it, it's not a company.
He owns
But if he owns them
unless he has it under an
himself,
LLC.
From what I was told, he was already told by a judge before, that he's supposed to put the rent money in a separate account from his personal for
Mhm.
repairs and taxes and water
well, he
bills.
should have a separate
And
account
given
for-
he owns
side.
given he owns a lot of apartments, all that's supposed to be
Or just
in
be
one
responsible
all
for
that's supposed to be in a
running
separate
account.
account. But then he's trying to get my wife to send him money to his send him the rent money to his personal account. No, that's not how that goes. That's his personal account number.
He never gave it to me. Never asked me to deposit money. Nothing. So I don't know why you keep saying that.
When we were paying what's her face, that's what she was doing.
Yeah,
But when you own the house, it's
Oh,
a different.
all right.
It's not a.
Yeah, so he has other. Oh, my apologies. When he had other people collecting rent, they were putting the rent in his personal account. My apologies. I had it mixed up. Thank you. I thought you actually did that a few times.
no.
My fault. See, I don't really pay attention to the rent aspect of things.
Yeah,
That's the
you
wife's job.
realize you just demonstrated growth, right?
Yeah, but generally, you pay your rent, and what that rent money goes towards is none of your business.
Well, from what
As long as he has a sufficient amount in the account to cover any emergencies that should occur, and things like that. He can't just like own the properties and not maintain them. He has to,
Yes,
put
just the other
maintenance.
day.
Of course, you got to make.
Listen, just
He would maintain them for his own good, Anyways,
just the other
Yeah.
the other day he went over to
you wouldn't want to run your own house into the ground.
right, but just the other day he went over to the Young Bucks house, the house next door to mine, right, and tried to get them to pay the water bill.
What?
Yeah. So he's
Might
not
look into moving
he's not
it.
using any. He's not doing anything he's supposed to with the rent money other than
Then he's
lining
just
his own
landlord.
pocket.
See, now I have it right in the lease that they're responsible for the water.
Right, you can
Bill.
if it's in the lease.
Yeah, but you got to have it
Right,
in your
but,
lease.
but none of that's put in our lease. None of that's
Yeah,
put
but
in
Connie,
their
are you talking about city or well?
city.
City, you don't pay for
Yeah, you
water.
don't pay for fucking water.
I'm just gonna sit over here.
Speak without fear. No. There is laws in place that state that they have to have money put
It also
aside for
pays
the
for
house.
sewage and garbage
Yup.
disposal, like the garbage man
Yup, they
comes
have
by. Usually.
but listen, some places,
And around here, that's about $60 a
right,
month.
some places the landlord actually has to pay for garbage pickup, unless you're in a town or a city where
somebody
you don't
does.
have to.
Some landlords might just already have it in the rent,
Right. But
and
why?
that's-
But here's
what I
my
mean?
thing.
Like I could charge my people $100 more and then pay the water.
Connie,
bill.
he sounds like he's got like a
Just
handful of
one more
properties.
thing.
So he probably even has a deal with like a dumpster company for that neighborhood because he's got like so many properties in that
No,
neighborhood.
it's all city pickup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool though. Then none of you
Right.
get
But
comes
what-
out of your taxes, but
But listen, what I'm saying,
by not reporting on.
but what I am saying is that,
Oh,
all right,
uh-huh.
dude sat there, couldn't even pay the roof, couldn't even pay the guys that was siding one of his other apartments full out. He has to do it in installment payments because he's not taking the rent money and putting it where it's supposed to be. He's just lining his pockets with it, and it's highly illegal.
Again, you should probably be looking for a new place to
Right.
live.
But from my view, I'm looking at it from how many people owe him rent, and that's why he doesn't have enough
That's
money.
true.
All right, listen, I'm gonna have to shut this down, ladies. I have a phone call.
Ah,
What?
you didn't do
I got
that, did
phone
you?
call.
I had specific
I'll
questions.
do it in a little bit. I promise.
Okay.
All right, later.
Bye. Bye,
Good
guys.
talking to you.